Oh no.
Here are some quick facts before we jump into the riding portion of the video. The Himalayan suspension boasts 200mm of travel up front and 180mm in the rear, keeping a 21 and 17-inch wheel on the ground respectively. Dual-channel switchable ABS comes standard in 2021, as does an adjustable windscreen. A skid plate sits below the motor while some beefy brush guards surround the tank. That pipework and exposed frame create multiple mounting points for all lights, boxes, and other adventure accessories. All of this is powered by a 411cc single-cylinder 4-stroke air-cooled motor producing 24.5 horsepower. With such a large cylinder, the torque comes in at 32 Nm. Now, I'm going to ask you all to like this video, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button. You have no idea how your actions dramatically help my channel grow. My channel grows, more opportunities like this, more videos for you.
Hello everybody. As you guys know, today we are riding the 2021 Royal Enfield Himalayan. There are a few little updates for this bike that we just briefly covered, but big things. Revised rear brake at a little more stopping power. There's now an option in the handlebar and the electronic controls to disable the ABS for a little more off-road skiddage action in the rear wheel. And then in addition, they cut, I think, like an inch or so off of the side stand, making it a little easier to get it over on the side without having to worry about it tipping over that way. So today's ride, what we're doing, we are getting on the bike and we are going north. The closest and most terrain that we can find is a place called Bald Mountain, which is about 35-40 miles north of us. I don't know if there's going to be any trails available, but I am sure hoping that there will be. So let's start up the bike, let's get on, and let's go for a quick little ride and get some photos. Easy as that. Definitely not as loud as the 650 straight piped, but enough to knock some dirt off the tires. So right away, first thoughts when they delivered the bike yesterday, it's much taller than I remember it being in the showroom. For some reason, so if I bring up my hip, it's basically the same size as my hip, and I think I'm like 5'10" or so. These tires are much knobbier than I remember them seeing. I think they're the same as last year, but boy, do they look good. And then there's the size difference between the rear and the front wheel is dramatic. I'll throw those sizes on the screen right now. Besides that, I love the racks for, I've seen a bunch of people who put like external gas tanks up here. Super cool. I wish my bike had panniers. I would love to take it on a camping trip, but hopefully soon. And besides that, I did a quick little ride yesterday just around the block. It's been raining for the last like 3 or 4 days pretty heavily, so I haven't been able to really enjoy the bike as of yet, but a lot of fun. Like, you only have 24.6 or just under 25 horsepower, and for a bike like this, like, I think that's perfectly fine. Anything more than that, like, yeah, you know, more power is always nice, but for this bike, having like a small adventure bike with a 410cc single, which is just dripping with torque, I'm pretty happy. But here's the ultimate test. Like, let's head up north, let's try to find some. Okay, and as you guys saw, easy to get up onto that. There's also a center stand, which makes it really nice to change out those wheels if anything happens. So let's head out, guys. Okay, so just got off a nice stretch of Woodward, hit 65 in 5th gear. The bike continued to pull, which was really nice. But I feel like the bike definitely wants to just do this like 45 to 55 cruise. This is kind of the speed limit that it wants to be at, not the speed limit. What I've noticed is that because there is not a huge ample amount of power, is that I'm finding myself shifting a lot more. There's nothing wrong with that. but it's smooth, and this riding position is so nice. Let's see, I'll make sure. I'm just go left. Still figuring out where I'm going, as I've never been. What else? Between the bike, so I think these are the same grips that I had on my 650 that I replaced. Not too bad at all. I think the same clutch lever, front brake, they feel exactly the same as well. These mirrors are a little better than what I have on my 650, but I'd probably get like hand guards or something like that, so I wouldn't be able to do a bar and mirror, which I think is okay. I really like this front cluster, like all of this. I think there's a lot of interesting information on here, and it's just like, you know, an adventure bike, it makes sense. Having a compass, that's so cute, and an actual fuel gauge, love that. Something I know about this bike is it has a 4-gallon tank, and people were saying that's getting anywhere from like 65 to like 75 miles per gallon, which is a pretty decent amount for a bike like this, especially because you want more fuel on adventure bikes, just so you don't have to like constantly pull off and stop and all of that stuff. But look at that, ooh, going over them train tracks. God, that was flawless. So what I'm looking for right now is we're heading up north, because I want to find some trails or something that I can take this bike on. There's a snowmobile track that's like 7.5 miles long that I feel like I could potentially use for, you know, motorcycle stuff. That's why I'm getting up there early. Don't believe 12:30. It's not 12:30. It's more like 8. Okay. So I might have missed the first turn. We are heading into Bald Mountain right here. And I've been here before. I took photos of my truck over here. I didn't know that had a name. And I'm not sure where I'm going to find dirt roads, but let's find out. So one of the more interesting things about this bike is the turning radius is so good. Was not expecting it. Alright, so let's head back up. It's a little slippery, putting some extra weight on the seat. Sup? That was fun. So now I'm heading back on this dirt road. I'm gonna try to find where it actually comes out. This is kind of what we need to shoot. So on the dirt road, trying to find a little more trail action, a little something to kind of put the Himalayan through its paces. Obviously, we're not going to be able to find anything that's really going to make this bike struggle or anything like that around southeast Michigan, but hopefully find something. These are just like little off-roads into neighborhoods, and then there's a parking lot up here. It's so smooth. I think it's like 8 inches or 7.9 and 7.1 inches of travel in the front and rear. I'll throw those actual numbers on the screen. It just soaks up the bumps. It's real nice. Real nice indeed. A bit difficult to see between the sun and the shadows, though, that's for sure. Look at that. It's like I'm flying. So smooth. This thing just has no issue just going over this dirt road, that's for sure. A lot of fun. Alright, so found the snowmobile track, talked to one of the park rangers, and he was totally cool. He was like, oh yeah, just go for it. So it's right here, and it's a little bit of a trail, and it's lovely. God. gotta watch the branches. Here we go. Up we go. Woo! Look at this. I'm having some fun. I don't know where this goes. Oh no. This bike's having no issues with this. This is amazing. Okay, so this is a trail. Let's turn around. GoPro, take photo. All right, heading back. There we go. Steak. Check that out. Big ol' stick. Oh. There's a skid plate down there too. I didn't even notice that. All right. Go first. All right. So we found some trails. The Himalayan just killed it. It did an amazing job. Just like still shocked. Big fan, big fan. So now we're gonna go get some coffee, and I'm going to kind of slowly wrap up this video as my first impression on the Royal Enfield. But I'm gonna do it the fun way by going down some lovely dirt roads. Why can't I see right now? Going the long way, just because this bike just kills it on this road. It's so just plush. It's super easy to transition from sitting to standing, all in one easy motion. I took the ABS off. I think ABS is off, I'm not sure. There we go. Like one of those things that like I wish I shifted a little bit beforehand. I think I was in fourth, should have been in third, and it kind of caught me at the end. That little lip up the hill. I'm really impressed with this bike. It is so smooth, and just like for like $4,000 or $5,000, I refuse to believe that there's a better bike out there. Refuse. This gives you access to so many different opportunities of riding and terrain, all in a single place. Let's see. Alright, so let's start rolling this video up. As you guys know, this was my very first ride on the 21 Royal Enfield Himalayan, and I've had nothing but an absolute blast with it. It's got quite a character for a single 410. It really does. I've learned that you definitely have to shift often and shift frequent with this bike just to make sure that it's constantly in the RPM range that it needs to make any sort of power. And that's not a bad thing in any way, you know. Shifting motorcycle, come on, when is that ever going to be a bad thing? It was a very easy bike to just jump on and just ride. That's something that I really like about bikes. It's just how this bike is just how simple everything is. Right? There's not a lot of like complicated start sequences or anything. You just like flip the switch and hold the clutch in, and then boom, it starts. And then to operate it, very simple layout, right? Lights, boom, highlights, boom, left signal, right signal. You got the horn, you got the kill, you've got which is a new addition this year. It's a full-time, not emergency flasher button, and then that's basically it. It's so simple. All of this cluster is really nice to look at. It doesn't get in the way or anything. This windshield does a little bit to get the wind off your chest. I don't know how much, but I think it does some. I'm not sure. I don't really understand how riding. I'm not good at riding with windshields. Never had a bike with a windshield before, so it's definitely time to get used to. Besides that, what else? The seat is super. It's not super good. It's pretty comfortable. No complaints at all. It definitely brings me all the way up into the very front, but it gives me enough that my top of my knee is like at the top or the bottom of the tank, so I have an opportunity to grip it there. I wish it was a little bit shorter so I had more opportunity to grip the tank, but something I feel like some grip tape or something like that would help out tremendously. Besides that, these tires, I am quite impressed with them. Like, we just did some pretty good trails, honestly. Like, I think they were pretty fun, and these tires had no issue whatsoever. Now we're back on the road and no issue whatsoever. Like, yeah, they're a little bumpy, but like, they're adventure trail tires. Adventure trail tires. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. You know, I'm not expecting it to be like the smoothest ride of all time, because that's just not what you're gonna get out of a small adventure bike. I think, but these are buttons. Mode. I don't know if they're buttons. Am I going crazy? I think I'm going crazy. This might be the best motorcycle in the market. Like, I'm really having a hard time thinking of anything that gives you this much access to different terrains, this ease of usability, the warranty that Royal Enfield gives with new bikes. It's a workhorse. It's a $5,000 workhorse that it could potentially be your one bike that does it all. Yeah, I like this bike a lot, guys. This is fun, and I can definitely see like grips, maybe like actual hand guards from like a Cherubi or something, a little more mountainous. Probably change these lights to get something smaller. I'm sorry. And then definitely get the cool gas tanks that like attach here. I think that's so cool looking. Then I don't know, definitely the panniers for the back. And try to get everything to color match. I like this white and blue. They have like one of 3 new colors this year. There's this, there's a red. I'm trying to think there's something else, but that's in addition to the black, the gray, like camo, and I think there's another color. I think there's 6 colors in total. This bike officially goes on sale on, I believe it's September 1st, September 2nd, this coming week. And there's going to be limited availability of these bikes for a while. So if you're interested in these bikes and you've made it all the way to this video, or to the end of this video, I would highly recommend that you go, I believe you have to go to Royal's website and buy it through them. Or you get like a voucher, and then you call your dealership and you confirm that you've got a voucher for one of the first vehicle placements. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so this is going to be the end of the video, and I feel like all videos need to either start or end at a coffee shop, and I just realized there's a Starbucks right there, so flip the bitch, and gonna do the good old-fashioned park the bike and go grab a nice Americano, sit and enjoy looking at the bike, because that sounds absolutely lovely. So easy. Look at that. Just the simplest. Like, I guess here's gonna be the true test. Can I put it on the center stand without looking like a complete idiot? I'm gonna first put it down. Oh, and then let's see. Easy peasy. Alright guys, that's it. Look at this bike. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I did that. A little dirt. Just a little dirt. Alright, so video's over. If you guys haven't already, like and subscribe. I want to go head home. Maybe give this bike a little bit of a bath, clean her up a bit, and then who knows what we're going to do. Probably go home and edit this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. More videos, more Royal Enfield videos, all coming up soon. Bye everyone.